Pentagon releases $1 billion to begin Trump's border wall construction. The Pentagon has released the first payment of $1 billion to begin construction of President Donald Trump's proposed southern border wall, according to U.S. officials. On Monday night, Secretary of Defense Patrick Shanahan notified Congress that the military funds have been authorized and asked that the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers begin planning and executing the construction of a 57-mile strip of the barrier along the El Paso and Yuma sections of the U.S.-Mexico border. Shortly after President Trump declared a state of emergency in the region, the Department of Homeland Security requested the 18-foot-high wall to be put into place. DHS officials also requested improvements to local roads and better lighting to be installed. The $1 billion that Shanahan authorized for the wall construction will be used to support DHS's request, according to the Pentagon. The Trump administration is planning to spend another $1.5 billion on future projects. According to Fox News, the Pentagon's announcement was notable. A reporter from the New York Times tweeted that it is the first time the funds will be transferred under Section 284 for the border wall. Trending: ex-CIA head Brennan regrets attacking Trump may have received bad information. Section 284 allows the Pentagon to construct roads and fences and to install lighting to block drug smuggling corridors across international boundaries of the United States in support of counter-narcotic activity. The federal law enforcement agencies, the statement read. The Pentagon's announcement was made as Trump nears a victory over Democrats as the House tries to override his first veto, a vote that seems certain to fail and allow his declaration to stand. The vote, which is set for Tuesday, would keep the border emergency intact, which for now, would allow the president to shift an additional $3.6 billion from military construction projects to work on a barrier along the southwest boundary. The president will be fine in the House, said Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, Republican California, in a brief interview. The veto will not be overridden. Donald Trump Jr. tweeted, "Christmas came early this week," in response to the announcement. He was likely also referring to special counsel Robert Mueller's report that said there was no evidence of collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia in the 2016 presidential election. Patrick M. Shanahan, the acting Secretary of Defense, announced that the funds will be used to support the Department of Homeland Security and Customs and Border Patrol. He authorized the Army Corps of Engineers to begin its planning and execution. A group of Democratic senators criticized the Pentagon's move and called the maneuver a violation of congressional appropriations, Bloomberg reported. Democrats have called the national emergency declaration a crisis manufactured by Trump. The $1 billion reprogramming that the department is implementing without congressional approval constitutes a dollar-for-dollar theft from other readiness needs of our armed forces, Senators Patrick Leahy, Democrat Vermont, Dick Durbin, Deal, and others wrote in a letter to Shanahan, according to the report. Even with his veto remaining intact, Trump may not be able to spend the money for barriers quickly because of lawsuits that might take years to resolve. Neonettle.com web link.